All right. What's up, tycoons? Super excited for today's video. We're going to be doing my favorite thing ever, which is trading SPY, okay, and charting up /ES, the futures, and just, using supply and demand to make some money, okay? And I'm going to show you guys how using essentially supply and demand and, just multiple strategies. Once you see a few strategies working together, okay, this is really when you have an optimal entry for a trade, right? This is really, your peak time in an essence, okay, is you want to have multiple things align. Let's say if you see a chart pattern, you want that to align up with some volume, right? When you hit the levels for those patterns, you want those levels to be in areas of interest, right? Your supply and demand zones where you know that there's is typically where there is an imbalance in the market, because as a trader, that's where you're going to make money is through an imbalanced market, right? When a market is balanced and things are consolidating, that's not a trader's environment, right? You want volatility, and you want the following things to line up. Okay, so we're looking at /ES right now on the 5-minute chart. I have my supply and demand zones. The green are essentially demand zones, and the red are supply zones. And the way it works, all right, is these are areas where there's an imbalance in the market of supply. Okay, so when there's more supply than demand, it's going to drive the price down. And when there's more demand than supply at the levels, then it's going to drive the price up. Okay, we also had a very nice inverse cup and handle pattern. Okay, so what you're looking at here is going to be the cup. All right, so here's our nice cup. This red channel right here, this is our handle. Okay, and the way it works is once you get a break below your handle, okay, and you get the candlestick starts to open and close below the candle, then that can be looked at as a sign of confirmation of an inverse cup and handle breakout. Okay, now if you guys were in the Options Trading Tycoons Discord, I put in the circle of opulence today. It looks like SPY, the S&P 500, is setting up an inverse cup and handle, and we did get those targets to play out. All right, so essentially what you're going to do is you're going to take the top of your cup and you're going to take it to the bottom of your handle. All right, you're going to duplicate that drawing and you're going to put it at the top level of your handle here. Okay, and that's going to give you the price target that you're going to hit down here. Okay, on your breakout for the inverse cup and handle, right? So it was a lot of money to be made. We'll go ahead and take a look. We like to trade options in the Options Trading Tycoons Discord. And especially for day trading, I like to trade the SPY options. And it's risky, but I like to trade stuff that expires within the week, whether it's a day or 2 or 3 away. So what you can do is you can go to your option chain, right? And you can copy and paste. If you right click, you can hit copy, and you can actually pull it up on the on Thinkorswim, and you can paste it into a window. All right, so that's what we have done here, and I have that pulled up for the day. And if you look here, it was a 390% rally from the morning today, okay, to close. These are insane, values. All right, I mean, if we look here, let's look at what the drop was today on in the market. Okay, so we opened here at 9:30, right around here. Let's just call it like these levels right here. All right, and we dropped all the way down to about right here. So minus 2.6 on the futures, that got you a almost 400% return on your options trades today, right? So that's why I'm showing you guys this, is because this is really life-changing money when you can come in here and you can scalp these things and catch a 20% move, 50% move, 100, 200, 300% move in one day, being in and out of a trade, right? Now, of course, nobody's a perfect trader. So that's why I said, 20, 50, 100%, even though you guys saw I went a full 100% here, right? So what we're going to look at is a couple things. And this is what I mean by indicators lining up. Okay, so I showed you guys the inverse cup and handle pattern. We looked, and this was formerly a demand zone. Okay, so this was green because we bounced in here previously. All right, if you look here, this was a valid demand zone where we bounced and then we came back up into supply. All right, but the market sentiment wasn't very strong. And I kind of felt like there was not going to be any more demand in this zone here. So to me, because the way supply and demand works is how much more demand is going to be in this level. Okay, so we came here, we tested it twice, right? And the demand stepped in. Is that demand going to remain present in the future? Okay, so that's what you want to focus on. That demand was not there. We had a bearish setup, we had a bearish pattern set up. We got the break on the candlestick here, and this is a little bit later in the day. And if you look, we dropped and then it popped all of a sudden, right? And you may be wondering why. You're like, a lot of people tend to get confused. Why does it keep going down? And then as soon as it goes down, it bounces, right? Well, there's a couple things lining up here. Okay. I have the ovals drawn up here, these yellow ovals. You may be a little wondering what those are. Those line up with our RSI here. Okay. So if you look on our RSI, we have a low here and we have a higher low here, right? This bubble is above this bubble. And on our actual stock price, okay, the futures price, we have a high here and then a lower high. This is what's known as a divergence, okay? It's a bullish divergence across the RSI. And if you notice, when we made these higher lows here, okay, after continuing to making lower lows, we got a bounce, all right? So that is a technical analysis, indicator, right? That people will use is bullish divergence. Now, when you combine that with the fact that, okay, hey, not only do we have bullish divergence forming, we're also in a demand zone, right? Well, now it makes more sense. So you would want to close your position as you enter this demand zone, right? Let's say you're shorting the market. You're going to come down here and you're going to say, okay, well, it's about time for me to start getting profits, taking profits on the play, because we're entering demand. And I know that buyers may step in the market. And I'm looking here at the RSI and we're making higher lows on the RSI, but the stock price is continuing to go lower. So let me close my position, right? So tomorrow, I want you guys to be prepared. If we do rally up into here, then I would look to see if we're going to fall back down into this area right around between 41.50 and I'd say about 41.20. Those are going to be my scalp levels for tomorrow. And I have the rest of the levels drawn up here as well.